That's when I got them. I got them when I was younger. Nowadays I'm more up to date with comics, but I usually don't buy physical copies. I get them like online, but occasionally I'll go into my local comic shop and purchase a comic book. So these comics they're in plastic sheets, pretty much like plastic bags essentially. I didn't put them in there. They came like that, which I think is pretty common for comic books. So I'm gonna take these out of the bags, and then I'm gonna go through some of them, flip around on the pages, and just show it off to you. So these comic books are actually in pretty good condition. I keep them in the bags and like on my bookshelf, so they are protected, I suppose. So they're all like from the 90s, I think, and early 2000s. I'm pretty sure. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I remember. So the first comic is an X-Men comic called XForce. So this is the front cover. I don't know who these characters are. Unfortunately, it's been so long since I've opened these. But I assume that he is a good guy, and she is probably the bad guy. So this is an ad, I suppose. Yeah, so I think this was like definitely 90s, early 2000s. Oh, there it is, 1994. So that 1994. So this is an ad for Clearasil. So they're advertising definitely to the right demographic, I think. Yeah, but so let's take a look at this. And it looks like there's actually even there's more ads. I don't remember reading this one actually. It even has this old little slip to order more comic books, which I think is really cool. So it's definitely like from the 90s. Danbury, Connecticut. But yeah, that's XForce. Now, let's take a look at the next one. Swamp Thing. This one is interesting. This is a DC Vertigo. DC Vertigo, which is pretty much like DC Comics, like adult comic books, I suppose. That sounds a little suggestive, but just more kind of mature content, I suppose. This is interesting because this is actually 150th issue Swamp Thing. Yeah, I'm not sure when this was made. Probably the 90s as well. Yep, 1994. Vertigo trading cards. Now that is interesting. This Vertigo trading cards. Let's take a look inside. Man, it's been so long since I've actually read this. I will say, DC comic books really know what they're doing. I know Marvel is like really good with the movies, or really bad, whatever you think about it. I think they're okay, but people tend to think that the Marvel movies are better. And to be fair, the recent DC movies haven't been that good, in my opinion. Except for, of course, The Dark Knight, which is the best superhero movie of all time. Maybe not the best, but it's up there. But DC really knows how to make good comic books. Marvel is okay at it as well, but I just think DC is better at doing comics. So, yeah. Okay, so that was Swamp Thing. So we did a Marvel comic and we did a DC comic, and then we're gonna go back to another DC comic. We're gonna continue with the DC comic. So this is also 1994. I think they have to all be 1994. I have to believe so at this point. I'm noticing a pattern. But this is Justice League. This is called Justice League America. And this issue is called A Baby in the Balance. A Baby in the Balance. It looks like it's got Wonder Woman in it. And I'm not sure who that is. There's the Flash. And I think that's like the Red Devil. I don't know what his name is, but let's see what the back X, I think, is actually, I think it's still a company. I think they still make products. But anyway, let's take a look inside. Oh, that's the atom. Okay, so that was A Baby in the Balance. I think I do remember reading this one when I was younger. I forgot what the bad guy's name is. Okay. So now we're gonna go back to Marvel Comics. And this is another 1994 issue, I believe, of the Fantastic Four. This one is called Doom Quest, the Fantastic Four. Okay, let's look at the back cover. Oh, interesting. It's for cookies, Chips Ahoy, and Oreo. And Oreo double stuffed. The packaging looks so different. I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. I don't know what the Page Master is. That's what the ad is for. Okay. Alright, let's take a look inside. There is Doom. Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of cards in it, so it's kind of skipping pages. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like kind of heavier up here than it is down here because they're like cards inside for like ads and stuff and like mail in. Okay, that was Fantastic Four. Finally, we have another X-Men. This one is XMen Archives. And it's a limited series. XMen Archives. And now let's see what the back cover is. It's actually a description of the characters, which is interesting. That's cool. This is an interesting one, actually. It's a lot more put together. Like the pages are stronger. So that was XMen Archives. I'm not sure what this issue is called exactly. Soul War, is that it? I guess. But yeah, I do have some newer comics as well. But I figured I would show my older comics first. They kind of sit on my shelf, but they're a cool collection. And I like to go through them, Well, I should go through them more often because I haven't read these in quite a while. But I think it'll be nice to have in the future as well. But anyway, I will probably do a video of newer comics, maybe, depending on how I think this video turned out. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.